Today we're going to do something a little bit different. It's going to be a quick tip day, so let's get right into it. Quick tip number 1. Keep all of your boxes labeled. This is going to allow you to save some time out on the water when you're looking for those baits that you need. For example, you're looking for crankbaits. There they all are in that one box. It's going to save you a lot of time out on the water. It's going to be able to allow you to take more casts and enable you to catch more fish. Tip number 2. Trim your jig skirts. If those trailers are a little bit too small or you cut them a little bit too short, don't just throw them away. Put them on there, but trim that skirt so that way your craw or your creature bait or swim bait can still have that same action. You'll just have a more compact jig. Quick tip number 3. Continuously buy hooks. Even if you don't need them at the moment, you're going to be using these up really quick. You're going to get snagged. It's going to happen every single time you go out. You're going to lose a hook. So just keep an abundance of them. I probably have about like 30 right there, so you just want to just keep building up. I have 30 right here, and I'm still going to keep buying them because I know I'm going to lose a ton out there on the water. So just keep buying hooks, keep buying weights. Quick tip number 4. So if you don't have rubber bands, just use these little paper clip things. You can find these all over the place at like those Family Dollar, dollar stores, stuff like that. Little paper clips. Just clip them onto your hooks if you don't have the elastics. I'm sure you guys have all heard about that trick. Clip them on right there, and it'll also keep your baits from hooking together. Quick tip number 5. Always have nail clippers on the boat. They cut the line very easily, especially mono and fluorocarbon. All you gotta do, put it on the knot right there. This is about, I think, 15-pound mono. Clip it right off. It's gone. Nice new clear eyelets. Bam, done and over. Tip number 6, invest yourself in some rod socks, rod gloves, whatever you want to call them. They protect your line, they protect your rod, and they keep the value on those. Just like covering your car in the winter, keeping it all checked up, all the stuff like that. So, there you go. Nice rod socks. Tip number 7, if the fish are short striking your frog, just trim those legs up a little bit. They'll see this bigger profile, and they'll hit that first. Cut those legs. Quick tip number 8, if you have a frog like this, where it has the real life legs, mostly lunker hunt, where those legs just kick out like that, I've had so many bass come up and just tear legs off these things. So what you're going to want to do is get a piece of electrical tape. You're going to want to tie it right at that knee spot and right up here at the hip. And that's going to allow you to have that leg be a little bit stronger. When a bass comes up, it shouldn't rip. And even if it does, that tape might keep it together for a few more casts, and you might land a few more fish off of it. Quick tip number 9. Buy cheap baits. Just don't go for all the high quality stuff. $7 for a frog? Are you serious? When you can get a $3 jawbone frog right at Dick's Sporting Goods. They both work the same, might not be as much quality. They're a bit cheaper, so you can get a few more for the price. But they do work the same. They're just a little bit less quality on them. So, there's a little frog right here. It's just like a little rubber tube with 2 hooks on it. That's going to work the same as one of my higher priced frogs. Like this boy right here. It's going to work just the same as that. Whoop. Might not work. Might not walk as well. Might not look as good to us humans. But it looks all the same to those fish. Maybe not the same colors, but it looks all the same. So there's that right there. You don't always have to buy quality lures just because your friends are. You're going to be spending less money, and you're going to be catching the same amount of fish. Please don't come into the fishing game and just buy a $200 rod and reel combo. It's not worth it. Buy like a $50 reel, maybe a $50 rod, and just go out there and cast it. Try out the new bait casters, the new Abu Garcias, the lower priced lures, because then when you can buy those higher priced lures, or the higher priced reels and rods, you will be able to appreciate them and then appreciate the game as well. If you're missing a few bites on jigs, cut that little weed guard down to just about the barb right there. As you can see, this one's already cut. Just about the barb right there. It's going to allow those fish to grab that and pull it down a little bit easier, and you're going to be able to catch more fish. Quick tip number 12. If you're fishing a swim jig, which I don't have here, I just have this football head jig. If you're fishing a swim jig in grass, try and spread that weed guard out a little bit. That weed guard is for the more stiff stuff like docks and wood. So spread it out a little bit, allow you to push more grass out of the way, causing more commotion in the water, causing more bass to see your bait, and also not getting hanging up in the grass as much. If you just bought a package of baits and you know that you're going to be trimming it down to put it on a jig for a day, I would trim down the whole package just because you don't know what those fish are going to be like, and you know that you're going to be fishing that soft plastic on jigs in the future, so why not just cut them all now to the sizes that you would like. So as you can see right here, this has a little squid body on it, which I don't normally use on jigs. I just use the twin-tailed grub. So you're just going to cut that right off on all the baits in the package, and then you know that you don't have to waste that time out on the water. You can just waste that time now, and then it'll give you a little bit more time to fish out of the water. This next quick tip is that you need to have a lot of baits in a lot of different sizes and a lot of different styles. As you can see here, I have this big Tupperware tote completely, well, halfway full at least, and it just has tons of baits in it. Just tons and tons of different brands. Just a ton of baits. So just get yourself a lot of baits. It doesn't have to be the higher quality stuff. It could be cheap stuff. Like, you don't have to get Gary Yamamoto $7 for however many Senkos. You can just get the $3 Yum Dingers. They work just as good and last a little bit longer as well. Tip number 15. You're going to want to use natural colors for clear water, black and blue or darker colors for muddy or stained water. Quick tip number 16. Always keep a scale with a tape measure, or a scale and a tape measure on you at all times. You're going to want that because at any point in time you catch a PB bass and you wouldn't even know it if you didn't have this. So keep it along with you. Quick tip number 17. Always keep your hooks for the sizes. You want to keep those organized, and you want to keep your weights for the weights organized. So just keep those things organized. It's going to save you some time out on the water. You are always going to want to keep one of these things on you. This is going to allow you to get down into the fish's gullet, grab that hook, twist it, pull it out. So that way those fish don't get too hurt that they actually die. They can bleed out very, very easily if the hook stays in there too long. So get yourself a pair of one of these. It's a pretty decent tool, and it's going to allow you to save some fish's lives if you hook them down in the gullet. Keep all of your broken or unused, or not used anymore, rods, because you can take the eyelets off of these and fix the rods that you do use a lot with these eyelets. That's going to do it for today. Drop a like, comment down below what you want to see next. I'll catch you guys on the next episode.